Do you know the benefits of praying for your enemy? I'd like to give you a little example. When I was single, I was living with this guy, and I'd lived with him for 6 years. And he had 3 children, and every summer they'd come out from California and they would live with us for 3 months during the summer. And I loved him, and I had a lot of influence on them. Well, we broke up. The Lord convicted me of living with someone that I didn't deserve. I hadn't earned the privilege of sleeping with him. I wasn't married. So, anyway, we broke up. Well, it wasn't long after that he started dating somebody else. And then it wasn't long. He got saved, and then he got married. He told me before he got married, he said, "Now that I'm saved, I know I can be faithful to one woman." So he got married. So now the children moved in with him during the summer, and they stayed with their mother, during the school year. Well, they talked about me all the time because they had lived around me for 6 years, and she was bitter. Well, then me, I didn't like her because I was planning on this fella getting saved and coming back and marrying me. So I really had a grudge against her too. So the Lord told me, He said, "You need to pray for her." Well, I did not want to pray for her, but I did. I said, "God, help me to truthfully pray for her from my heart." So I did that. I said, "I'm going to start out and do it. I know it won't come from my heart, but I'm willing to do this." Okay, so I did it. And every night I'd pray for her. I'd pray for everything about their family, the kids, everything. Well, this one morning I'm sitting in my office working, and I get a call. And it's his wife. And I didn't know what she was going to say. She said, "Terry," she said, "the kids talk about you all the time, and I wonder if you would come out and let's you and I talk." I said, "Sure." I said, "What have you got in mind?" She said, "Well, today." So I thought, "Oh, okay." Well, she gave me the address, and I hung up the phone and said, "Oh, Lord, I have diligently prayed for her. I have forgiven her for taking my man, and just protect me while I'm there." So I drive out, and I go into the beautiful big home. And the neatest thing happened. It had never happened before or since. It's like it was in late afternoon, and the sun was coming in from one direction, but it put a glow in the room. It was just real cozy and warm, and I felt surrounded inside here in this protective bubble. It was like I had a shield of protection around me. And as we sat down, she unleashed on me like you wouldn't believe. But none of her words entered my heart. And I was just listening to her. But it's like those harsh words would bounce right off of me. I wouldn't feel a thing. And she got to empty everything she thought about me and how she felt about me. And it was such a delightful experience. And when I left there, I was praising the Lord. I thought, now she got all that off her shoulders. She feels good about what she said and how she's let me know how she feels. And I just feel wonderful. I'm just totally blessed. It was the most wonderful reward for me praying for my enemy. Now, it's not possible, in my opinion, I have a lot of opinions, to do that without the power of the Holy Spirit doing that for you. You cannot love your enemies as you love yourself unless you're willing. Our will is so powerful. We have to be willing. Oh, here's another little example. My company quit making a drink that I have been drinking. It's a powdered protein healthy drink. I've been drinking this thing every morning for, I know, 7 or 8 years. I crave it. I really do. Well, they canceled that item out of my order because they were out. And I thought they had quit making it because it wasn't popular. It was a whey drink, not a soy drink. I was upset. I thought, well, I've got to give up my drink. How could they do this to me? So I sat down and I said, okay, God, I've got this protein drink. I don't like it. It smells bad. It tastes bad. It's nothing like my other. And he said, are you willing to like it? I said, well, I guess so, if I don't have a choice. So I prayed yesterday. I said, God, if this is what I've got to do, I'm willing to like it. Please help me like it. I want it to be delicious. I really do. So this morning, I broke down and I opened up that can of protein drink. And it looked brown. It didn't look quite like my other. But I said, I'm willing to like it. I said, God, please help me. And I mixed that drink up, and it was so good. I can't tell you how wonderful this process works. But you have to put it into action. You have to be willing to forgive. You have to be willing to accept things like they are. And if you're really willing and you ask Him to help you with it, it's amazing that He will. Well, y'all, are you willing to pray for your enemy? I think if you will do this, and let me know how you're doing. I'd like to hear from you about your enemy, who they are, and what you're going to do about it. I love you all. This is my 2 bits for today. Go forgive somebody you don't like.